Well, the Calgary Flames are coming off another loss, a 6-3 decision to the Colorado Avalanche the other night in Denver, and a microcosm of their season, really. I mean, they came back, tied at 3-3, and then eventually just fell apart. Goaltending, scoring goals is an issue, and a lot of the same problems we've seen all year.
Yeah, it is, and you know, coming off the game in Edmonton where they got the lucky goal at the end, and they were actually gifted 2 goals by Cam Talbot in the Oilers net. This was a chance for them to go and start building something against a team that had exactly the same points as they did, was in exactly the same kind of problems they were having, and had the game tied up and couldn't deliver at the end. So, you know, you sit down here and they say the same things and they give us the same cliches and everything, and at some point something's got to give here, whether it's a trade or whatever happens. But we didn't see Brad Treliving around, and we haven't seen him around for a bit, so I'm sure he's working the phone.
They've allowed 4 goals or over 4 goals in the last 6 straight games, so that's not a good sign. Goaltending and defensive coverage is just not where it needs to be. What do you think about the goaltending?
Well, the goaltending's iffy. I mean, it's lost them some games, and it's been okay some games. Last year they kind of muddled through with 2, and Orcho came on for a very brief kind of an audition, and they were okay. But this year they've kind of gone the way of the whole defensive scheme. Everything just seems to be imploding at the same time, at the wrong times. Every time something bad happens to them, it's like they're climbing straight up Mount Kilimanjaro in the snow, and they just can't find a way.
Sam Bennett is a positive. He's been playing really well. It's his first season in the NHL, scored his first NHL goal the other night, and then scores again last night in Denver. Just really been working hard. He drives to the net, and he has really shown signs of being a good NHL player. Bob Hartley called him a pit bull the other day, so he's just a really gritty player and looking to be a bright sign for the future.
Yeah, and if you look at Bennett, guys like that, guys that age, they're going to make mistakes. I mean, but again, you look at last night, those are veteran guys that didn't stand up. Johnny Gaudreau was pretty good. Sam Bennett was dogged and determined. TJ Brody tried to be all things to all people, wound up a +3, and in a game where you lose by 3. So the young guys are basically doing their bit. It's time for some of the older veteran guys to step up and make a difference.
Well, the Flames are back at it tomorrow night against the Philadelphia Flyers, and then of course the Sidney Crosby show comes to town on Saturday against the Penguins.
Yeah, and the Flyers are struggling, so there's another chance for the Flames to start making some inroads. They win 1 game, then maybe they can win 2 in a row, but that's going to be tough because the Flyers, unlike the Flyers, the Penguins are starting to play really, really well. They've won 7 of 8, and Crosby and Malkin still haven't really hit high gear yet. So you would kind of hope they didn't do it here on Saturday night, because not the way it's going.